Okay. It just reminds us that every group says recorded up above, Ayin Ro'ev, Ozen Shomat, everything, Bakal Masecha B'Sefer, Nitzavim, all your words are written in a book. Which book? I don't know if I want to read that book. But you know what? When Mashiach comes, he's going to write a book about each and every one of us at this table and in this world. And the title of the book is going to be Aviva or Pesha Miriam. And the book is going to be the hardest day we thought we had, that we want to put a big X on that day, tear it out of the book, don't you dare edit it or put it in or anything, is our shining day. Because we woke up the next day, because we got through it, because we didn't give up. And this is what we see from Pesach Sheni. It was the second year out of Mitzrayim. The Jews had made the holiday of Pesach, brought the Pesach Korban, and then some Jews who were far away or tamei, they were impure and were not allowed to bring a korban, came to Moshe and says, wait a minute, it's not fair, Lama Nigara, why should we lose out? We were impure and couldn't make the korban. So what's their question? It's so strange. They even answered their own question. You were tamei, you were far away, nowhere near Jerusalem, you couldn't do it. Now what? You missed the train. What are you asking for, a new train? You're asking for a special train conductor to bring a new train. You missed it. Sorry. That's all. And yet Moshe Rabbeinu did not react that way. He said, that's a very good question. It seems so irrational, the question. You missed it. That's it. Person says, I didn't fast on Yom Kippur. Maybe he was sick and the doctor told him to eat. Maybe he was, God forbid, sin. Meanwhile, it's the next day. Hashem says, oh, no problem. I'm going to make another Yom Kippur for you on the 10th of Cheshvan. No problem. Here, Hashem made a new mitzvah in the Torah called Pesach Sheni. It wasn't there before. Ilana explained to us so beautifully that Hashem was going to make Pesach Sheni, second Pesach, 14th of Iyar, today. But he did it through their asking. So they have the zechus, they brought it to be. Meanwhile, Moshe Rabbeinu asks Hashem, and what does Hashem answer? You got it. Pesach Sheni, you can bring a korban on the 14th of Iyar. Now, these people were not the best holy. It's not like Moshe Feinstein came and said, well, he had an operation that day and he was out a little bit in Tosha's room, and he couldn't make the korban. Okay, Rav Moshe, here, you're such a tzaddik, do it the next month. They were tamei, they were far Hashem. And so, like, what do you want? Like, get it together. But they said, no, I don't care. I don't care. I want to be close to Hashem. I want to do the korban from the word karov, to be close to Hashem. I don't want to miss out on this mitzvah. Try again next year. No, I don't want. It says if. They say a person who's onus ki'ilu asadza, like he's patur. If he wasn't able to do it, like he wasn't feeling up to it, or he overslept, it's as if he did the mitzvah. I don't want as if. I want the mitzvah. I don't care if I should have or could have or would have or any of those VE/VEs. I want the mitzvah. And Hashem said, I'll make a Pesach Sheni, the second Pesach. And this teaches all of us, even if we're far, even if we're tamei, impure, if we just want it enough, I want closeness. Boy, for 40 years, why are you waking up now? 40 years you weren't on board. 40 years you weren't davening or learning or keeping Shabbos. Good morning. Like, now you want it, it's too late. The Rechevet left, the train left the station. You missed it. In fact, the station even left. There's no station anymore. They changed it into a museum. Like, what? It's all over, man, all over. No, I want. I don't care. I want. And then Hashem says, it's yours. It's so precious to him that we want. It's so precious that we don't give up, because we know Hashem's love. Like Yeravam ben Nevat, he was like, he did sins. Hi, good morning. Hi, I'm Miriam. What's your name? Hi, I didn't catch. Liat. Wow. Hi. It's a pretty name. Like Liat. I have a grandson, Liam.
Oh, okay.
So now I'll remember his name better. Liat.
That's my grandson's name.
Liam.
Leo. Is that nice?
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, Leon is close. I have a son, Leo. Not really. His name is Labe, but goes through different. Sometimes he's Leon. Sometimes he's Aryeh. So good. Anyway, hi, Liat. We were talking about how Hashem is so good to us and loves us so much that even for far away or we're impure, he makes another Pesach for us, Pesach Sheni. Well, you got it, because he loves all of us so, so much. So when you wrote him Ben Nevad, he Rameir Baal Hanes, whose Yortzeit is today, he cared about every person that was down and out. He found a sheretz and he could make pure a sheretz, which is impure, with 150 ways. He saw the good in the sheretz. He saw the tov. He saw the purity. So he was a great tzaddik Rameir Baal Hanes, and he's buried in Tveria. And he said to Yeravam Ben Nevat, so do tshuva. He said, I can't. I heard me'achorei hapargo. Now that's like with Ruach HaKodesh. That's where the malachim hang out. He heard from back there. You can imagine what level he was on. That Hashem said, everyone shuvu shovavim. Everybody can come back, chutz me'acher, except for you. So you know what Mary answered him? When Hashem said that, he didn't want you to give up and say, okay, I heard it from the source. He doesn't want me. There's a big X on my name. I'm never going to make it. I'm just going to go back to sleep till Mashiach comes. No. He wants you to say, anyway, I want to come close to you. Anyway, I want to do tshuva. It's so another beautiful story. This from Be'erez Doron. So amazing. The son of King Chizkiyahu. Remember, he didn't want to get married because he saw that he's going to have a child that's going to serve idols and go against Hashem. Hashem said, what's that to you? You do your mitzvah and I'll take care of what comes along. That's on me. Got married and he had Menashe. Menashe served all the idols in the book and turned a lot of Jewish people against Hashem. And then he didn't get very sick, but he got like a fire was literally lit under him. He was like, he saw his minutes coming to an end. So he started to cry and beg this idol, that Alil, that Avodah Zarah, help me, the sun, the moon, all the idols. And nothing was happening. And he saw his minutes were numbered. So he said, if there's a God, let's see you. Like, come out if there's a God and you help me. What a chutzpah. What a chutzpah. That's how you go and ask Hashem for Rahmanis. After everything he did, you say, if you exist. Well, it reminds me of Shlomo Carlebach when somebody was angry at Hashem. And I think it was him who said, well, you believe in Hashem because you're angry. Person that God, who cares? It doesn't, doesn't faze him, right? There's nothing between me and him. But if I'm upset at what he did, that means I believe in him. But maybe it was Shlomo Carlebach, it was someone else who said, I also wouldn't, he said, I don't believe in God, this guy. So he said, I don't believe in your God either. You don't believe in God? I think it was a big rub, another big rub. That God, who said that?
Shlomo.
Shlomo?
I know the story. I heard Shlomo said, I also don't believe in that God.
In that God,
and then
right.
he picks the Hashem.
But the God that's loving and caring, that doesn't want to catch us by the sivu, by the corner. I caught you doing something wrong. No, he has what kind of memory? Selective. He catches us doing right things. So he beat up in Yaakov. Says in Balak, Bilam, those guys said it. Hashem doesn't look at the sin, he looks at the good. And he looks with a magnifying glass to get the good, and that's all he brings out. And so you could say, well, that's not emes. Remember the Malachim before the world was created said, Hashem, don't create the world. It's a world of sheker. It's a world of deceit. People lie and kill and do all kinds of sins. What did Hashem do? It was the Malach over emes that said that to Hashem. How did he react? Vayishlach emes arza. He threw emes down. He said, I'm not interested in that kind of emes. That emes shed merachek v'lo mekarev. That kind of emes that takes a person and says, I'm gone. Like these people in the second of Pesach, far away, impure. That emes, he says, I don't care about. I care about the emes shemikarev that brings you closer to me. That's called, and somebody said it today, sitting over there, the emes of truth of truths. Who said it? Ilana said it. Ilana said it. Hi, good morning. We're having a Pesach Sheni day of not giving up and only seeing the good. How much he loves us. So here's what's his name? Menashe. He had made so many people sit, and he says to Hashem, after checking in and begging and praying, so to speak, to all the idols, if there is a God and you're really around, save me. So the angels were so upset at such a chutzpah, such a prayer, they blocked all the gates of heaven. This prayer is not to get close up to Hashem because it's a chutzpah. It's less. How do you say it's
Blasphemy.
Yeah, against Hashem. Oh, if you're there, you know what Hashem did? This is our Hashem. This is Hashem that Shlomo Karabach loves. He chatar chatira metachat kisei kavod. He made a hole. He made a path under his kisei kavod to the heart of this man, whose name was Menashe, and brought him back. And that's what he does to all of us. And that's how much he loves all of us. We're very lucky. That's what I felt last night. He made all these circumstances and things for me, for all of us, for him and him and her and her and him and everyone, but even for the dog, especially Milo was their dog for 4 months. Because he belongs to a different son and daughter-in-law, and she was going crazy. They say a dog is an infant without a diaper, so I should say no more. And this infant without a diaper was staying an infant, and she's also scared of dogs. She never believed she'd ever have a dog, but here for good reasons, well, for showing children, she had a dog, and they love dogs, and they love Milo, and they were really good to him. And still are. And for 4 months he was here in Tzfat. And so when they came Wednesday night, you should have seen. I thought his tail would fall off. He was so excited. He jumped on them and kissed them. So I can't be selfish. Hashem did it only for me. Did it for Milo. And he did it for all of us. But a big part of his kindness was for me. And when you feel that, I had that glimpse of it. It's like, I'll do anything for you. What do you want? Just tell me. No. Just show me your derech. It's just there's nothing that beats that in this world. It's a touch, a little glimpse of the next world where we'll be one with Hashem. What does it say about Olam Haba? Tzadikim yoshvim, sitting, Yachoseyim Barashayim, their crowns are, the Nani, receive Shechina, they're enjoying the Shechina. And Shechina is Shechina, Shechina. We can have it here with our neighbors, to be kind to our neighbors, with each other. We can have glimpses of Olam Haba in this world by doing things that are otherworldly, like a bracha, a smile, shahako, Shabbos. Oh, Shabbos! Don't get me on Shabbos. Shabbos is main Olam Haba. Shabbos, Mishator, whoever makes yummy food before Shabbos will eat it on Shabbos. If you're not ready and your refrigerator is half empty, it's Corona. Nobody brought a order. Like, what am I going to eat? Tuna fish, crackers. Okay, that works. Do it with a simcha, but those who prepare is Achila Shabbos Kulo Kodesh. It's totally holy. It only goes to holiness, and it's such a joy. What does Hashem want us to do after all? Have a good meal, sing some songs, and take a nap, and you're in, and you're good. So Baruch Hashem, we're very, very lucky. So that's Pesach Sheni, and Parsha is so beautiful. Emor. Parsha talks about Shabbos and all the holidays of the year, and tells us how much Hashem loves us in the holidays. For example, Chai, could you read number 1, which is chapter 23, pasuk 15? It's Spartan. It's on the first page where it says Happy Pesach Sheni.
Spartan lachem mimacharat Shabbos miyom hachem et omer hazamuva sheva shabbatot tmimot tiyena.
Thank you. Dr. Dana, can you do English?
You should count for yourselves from the day of Shabbos, from the day you bring the Omer offering, 7.23.
Thank you very much. And what is the Or HaChaim? Or HaChaim just brings out so much love of how much Hashem loves us. So he says on this, Usfartem, you should count from the word sfor, to count. Samach Hey Reish, that's count. Like a sifra is a number, right? Svarot are numbers. How much svarot yesh shalosh? That's svara. So samach Hey Reish is to count. It's also the word sapir, which is a sapphire. That we Jewish people are brilliant and beautiful like a sapphire. And we're counting. We got a little dirty in Egypt, a little more than a little. We were on the 49th gate level of impurity. We were influenced by the ways of people that had bad ways, and it's catchy, you know. Like that's why it says make yourself a good friend, because we influence each other. And we were down there, but we're working hard to come back up close to Hashem, and we're making it, because on Shavuos, it's Hashem Vayered Hashem al Har Sinai. We're going to have the Chasana with Hashem and His Holy Torah, new 2025, fresh, a new Chasana where He's renewing His vows to us and us to Him. Shavuos, the word promise. What's two promises? I know one. It's Shavuos. Hashem says, "I promise I'm yours forever," and we say to Hashem, "I promise we're yours." So that's the word Spartan, the Orach Chaim says, from the word sapir. It says it in English on the second page, but the Jews would polish up their souls so they would be unblemished by the time they'd experience the revelation of Har Sinai. And then the next pasuk that I want to zero in is chapter 23, pasuk 40. It's on page 2. Who could read the Hebrew for us, please? Oh, great.
לקחתם לכם ביום הראשון פרי עץ הדת, חתת תמרים וענף עין אבות, וערבי נחל ושמחתם לפני השם אלוקיכם שבעת ימים.
Thank you. And in English? So we're taking a break, classes break. Classes don't break, like last moment. And this is the beauty and the simcha of all the Yom Tovim of the whole year. Like we wake up. Good morning. Good morning. That's right. It's true. Here. I'm right. Good to see you. Good to see you too. He's here without a thing. Okay, we're here.
On the first day, you should take the product of hadar trees, branches of palm trees, boughs of leafy trees, and willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice before Hashem your God 7 days.
7 days we rejoice. And what do we do on the 8th day? We rejoice some more. Shmina and Simchas Torah. Hashem. Hi. Hashem says, it's so hard that you're leaving me. Could you stay another day, please? Could you please stay another day? The first 7 days, we bring sacrifices for every nation of the world. There are 70, we're 71. And on the last day, we bring for ourselves. Are you comfortable?
I'm trying not to get.
Okay, I can. No, it's all good. Okay, come on. Sally Sheva. If you're down, don't believe that. Then we have fruit. Go to the principal. Hey, Sukkot is a time of such joy that Hashem shows us so much love, and it's to every single Jew. Remember the four parts of the lulav, the esrog. Smells good, tastes good. It's Jew with Torah and mitzvos, and then one is Torah, not mitzvos. The other is mitzvos and not. And then there's the arava that we hit on Hoshana Rabbah. The Hoshanas, no smell and no taste. Yeah. They're the Jew that's far from Hashem, and they're the precious one. Hoshana, we just say, save me. I don't have any zechus. I don't have mitzvahs to say because such and such. I did such a great act. I'm so good. I got so nice. I did so many favors. Just save me, Hashem. It's like the second Pesach Sheni. For no rhyme or reason, Hashem says, love to save you. He loves each and every one of us so much. And I read something just yesterday, which I had to write down because it's very, very, very special. I brought it to Hashem. Thank you, Hashem. So it was from the Rebbe of Radzim, something, a special, very great Rebbe. I'm going to say what he said in English, and I'm going to try to repeat it carefully. He said he could kiss every single Jew. And he said, every single Jew, if they're far from Hashem, it's not because they're bad, it's because of gullahs, because of Yisurim, that they feel the Yitzhar. When a person I tried so hard, and then look, Hashem gave the person such a, God forbid, something that doesn't seem good at all. And so the Yetzer Hara comes and says, this is the loving Hashem. He doesn't care about you. Forget him. What do you know? And no, this is the loving Hashem that just wants to remind us, to bring us more close, and to bring us more sweetness and more reward and more love in the world that's forever. You know, anybody would, like the man came to the Chafetz Chaim and said, you live in such a dump. How do you manage? Chafetz Chaim, who didn't even notice it was a dump. He's busy, you know, doing mitzvahs and helping people and davening. He lost some life. He didn't even notice. But he said to this rich man that had come to visit him in Radin, well, tell me, your hotel room also isn't very spacious. You got like a bed and a little desk. And he said, well, that's okay. I'm just there for a few days. You should see my real home. Oh, is it spacious? Oh, is it plush and gorgeous and lavish and comfortable? And, you know, it's just amazing. So he said, well, I'm just here also for a few days. You should see my home, the next world. That's like the palace. So, you know, like, don't sweat the small stuff. It's like, you know, we're just passing by. And as many mitzvahs as we can grab. And this is how much Hashem loves us. And so this is what we learned also from Sukkot, that we also care about everyone. We bring karbonos for all 70 nations. If the non-Jewish nations, the 70 nations of the world, would know how much that gives them parnasa and help, they would come and they would literally kiss our feet. So this man, hello. Hi. Hi. What's your name?
Dora.
Dora. Hi. Hi, Miriam. Sipora? Devorah. Oh, good. I have a daughter. So you know what? We can't let Lag BaOmer go by without talking about Lag BaOmer. What's the big deal? Why do thousands upon thousands of people come to Meron on Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's yahrzeit? Like, what is so exciting and drawing everyone to Meron? And the joy there is unbelievable. My heart starts to dance. Remember when we were there? Whoa. Unbelievable joy. And inside, it's like Yom Kippur. People are crying and begging Hashem, I want to come close to you. I want to be a good person. I want to do. And outside, like Simchas Torah, dancing, happy. Story in the Yerushalmi Gemara that a couple was married for a few years and they didn't have children and they want to get a divorce. So they go to who? To Reb Shimon Bar Yochai. And they say to him, we want to get a divorce. So he says, okay. But just like you got married with a big splash, you know, it was a party, it was a chasna, I want you to get divorced the same way. Have a party, make it happy. So, okay, Reb Shimon Bar Yochai says, yes, we says so. We came and asked him, should have asked, no, we came and asked him, so we'll do it. So they made a party. And at the party, the husband was drinking and he got a little high. And he said to his wife, whatever you want in the home, take the most precious thing in the whole house, it's yours. So next morning he wakes up and he finds himself in his father-in-law's home. He says, look, what am I doing here? She said, well, you told me to take the thing most precious to me. I took you. And with those words, it reignited the love they had when they got married. And they came back to Reb Shimon Bar Yochai and asked, what should we do? So he said, you should stay married and you have a blessing, you'll have a child. So there's questions like, he's not the only rabbi in the Gemara that did miracles. I think to be in the Gemara had to be Machayim. They were big people. Ruach HaKodesh with Nevi'im before. And why this story about him? Also, why did he say, make such a goodbye party, such a divorce party? Like, why didn't you say you'll have a child? Well, he wanted to revitalize their love for each other, to remember why we got married in the first place. Because when they're about to get divorced, they're not a keli to have a child, to have a continuation, because they're not friendly with each other. They don't like each other. And so with that strife, they can build. But if they can remind themselves and each other how much I love you, how much you love me, and this is what Reb Shimon Bar Yochai did to this couple and to all of us on Lag BaOmer, we remember this. All this is, he goes up higher in Shemayim. He teaches Sisrei Torah, the secrets of Torah, the Zohar, the Panemius, the inside of Torah. And what are Sisrei Torah? Every Jewish neshama is the secrets of Torah. Sometimes we're very secret and we keep the secret very well and we don't show it. And we have layers and layers of other than the Panemius of Torah, but inside each of us. No matter how we look, no matter how far we are in India and China and any other good place, beauty and purity inside of each of us. That's the secret of Torah. That's the secret that he teaches us. And when we go there, it could be another reason why so many people go. They have kaku, what's it called in English?
What's in Hebrew?
What?
What is in Hebrew?
In Hebrew, kakuim.
Tattoos?
They have
And-
tattoos doing it.
Who?
Is it okay?
No,
Is it okay to do that?
no,
Yeah.
it's nothing to it.
Wasn't.
No, right, no, we're together,
No, I
yeah.
understand. I was always saying you shouldn't get tattoos.
So many people come to Meron and Lag Bomer. They look like, I mean, firstly, probably they're more holy than all of us, but meanwhile, they look like, why are you not at the beach? Like, why are you hot in the sun here, you know? Rabbi Shimon, because each of us, no matter how far we are, no matter how many layers over us of gullahs and sadness and problems that lead to, God forbid, thinking Hashem isn't looking and caring about me, how much inside I feel he is. And Rabbi Shimon says, you're connected. You're the Sisrei Torah. You're the secrets of the Torah. Anan b'chavivusatalia, he said, we depend on brotherly and love between each other. And he loves each of us so much that we're attracted to that love. Oh, I count. Sfor, like to count. I'm sapphire. I'm precious stone. I'm part of it. I'm in. I'm part of the tribe. I'm part. I'm not out in the fringes. I'm in. And that attracts us even against our will. Like, hey, I wanted to go to the beach, but my friends were going to my road. Okay, I'll go to. But like that brings us in the depths of who I really am, who every single Jewish neshama really is. And he awakens that love. So we see Hashem loves me so much. Brings us happiness. Agbomer is a crazy happy day. And even if we don't go to Meron itself, firstly, Tzfat is a
Near enough.
yeah, it's like a
A
connection. It's extension. It's an extension of, thank you, of Meron. It's like one long table, you know, like a tish. You have a tish on Shabbos. It starts in Meron and it gets to Tzfas. And if you live anywhere, Canaan or something, you're included also. Carmiel for sure.
Yes.
Carmiel for sure.
Yeah.
And so we can light a candle, we can dance, we can sing Bar Yachor, praises. When we praise Hashem, we come closer to him. We praise his tzaddikim. Bar Yachor, Moshe Benu, Bar Yachor, we become closer to the tzaddikim, bring us closer to Hashem. Because he shows us, like he did in this story in Gemara Yerushalmi, that just reignites the love that we have for each other. And then there could be children. And there can be a continuation of Yiddishkeit, a continuation of Doros and Tzchut, continuation of our doing mitzvahs and our doing and our coming close to Hashem. And so if a person, and then the king is so happy, Hashem is so happy that he says, my children, ask me for whatever you want. So I'm Lag BaOmer, we're in Meron, and wherever we are, just ask Hashem for whatever we want. So a person could ask for money, you know, we need money, we need X, Y, Z, but if a person's smart, what do they yell out? Ritzonenu l'rot et malkeinu. We want to see our king. We want to be close to you, Hashem, because if we have you, we have everything else. So you'll worry, you'll take care of our financial situation, of our of our medical situation. Hashem will take care of everything. So if we have you, we don't need anything else. And that's Rashi said that on a pasuk concerning the Beis Hamikdash, and that's what we want. We want to be close to Hashem. He said it about himself before he passed away. He said, "B'kesher achad niksharti." With one knot, I tied my whole life together. That knot was to be close to you, to do your will, to make you happy. And that gives a happiness to a Jew. There's reason to wake up. reason to get through life, reason to live, because we're living in the love of Hashem and in the fear of Hashem and close to Hashem. And as much as we can glimpse that, that's how much we have that a sweetness and that excitement to life. And before Rabbi Shimon, they said Torah, Asida Torah Yisrael, that the Torah is going to be forgotten because the Beit Hamikdash was destroyed. Beit Hamikdash was a nigun. There was a song of the Levium. A person did a sin, the Kohanim made the korban. The Levium sang. He felt seen. He felt cared about. He felt important. Oh, well, I'm not going to sin. Everyone's, rooting me, and everybody's on my side. I'm gonna also be on my side and be better and do tshuva. But after the Beit Hamikdash was destroyed, the nigun went away. The song behind it. How many nigunim do you know? How many tunes are in your head and heart? Probably thousands. Yeah. Probably a nigun we heard, a tune we heard 40 years ago. If you just started, we're on. We can finish it. The eyes closed. We can finish it because we're close to it. We're close to the nigun. Rabbi Ovadia Yosef used to learn and make Chidushei Torah all day long. At 2:00 or so, he was finished a.m. That's when he called his son to come over to have chavrusa to learn a little bit more. And every day he had to look in the telephone book to find the number of his son. Now, 7 digits, 9 digits. He knew Gemara by heart. He could, because he remembered what he's mechaber to. Numbers. I was talking about
Votes in those days?
no, a different person.
I didn't understand.
A different person, Reb Ovadia Yosef. He lived when we had telephone. And if we can be connected to Hashem, to the nigun, to the joy of our heart, we'll never forget the mitzvahs. And that's what Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai came to teach us, that lo tishkach haTorah, you have the nigun, you have the love, and love it and live it. And so it's coming on Friday, and wherever we'll be, we can love and live it, and light a candle, we can dance, we can close. Hashem bring you close to you, your true tzaddikim. What do? Bring you close to you. And so may we all be zocher to feel this love. Anan b'chavibusa, Rabbi Kiva said, we're all in it together. We're all, and when we love each other, how happy Hashem is. Wow, my children are getting along. They're even doing favors for each other. They even call each other. Wow, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. I'm a happy father. So let's make Hashem happy, each other happy, and that brings love and light into our hearts, into our life. A bracha for each of us, for all of us, is to feel that, to live it, and to enjoy it. To enjoy it, to be happy. Amen. He wants us to be happy. You can keep these or return them or whatever.
Oh, yes.
We get an all
Yeah.
It's so shady.
We don't meet on a regular basis. Whenever I pick a date, we do embroidery, knitting, crocheting, everything.
In Carmel.
You were joking. That's the other side of the
Yeah, exactly, like a little wheel.
It's a round table. Because everyone's equal. Next word will have like that.
Full house.
Thank you.
Bye.
I